Hey everyone, it's Marianne with Akashic Inspirations, and I've decided to do a reading for the spring equinox on March 20th and 21st. Wow, there's so many energies going on that it's just, Uranus has now gone into Taurus. Mercury was in retrograde. Now we're coming out of that. We've got a super full moon. We have the spring equinox. We had the opening of the portals of the 333, the 36, and now the 39. And it's just like, wow, like people are becoming super, super overwhelmed. However, this is the moment of expansion, right? Because the Uranus is the planet that just brings all these wonderful aspects, right? And it's going to be 7 years in Taurus. And Taurus is about the bull, the earth centered energy. So it's kind of going to work with us in order to expand that material aspect of self, right? That material thing that we actually put into being, into reality. So the first card that we have here is the Five of Air. Now, she seems to be walking, I don't know if you can see this, but she seems to be walking on like a tightrope, right? She's got her toes, she's got her toe shoes on. She's got the beautiful, kind of hiding behind a mask here a little bit. And it's about getting past the tensions and the conflicts and using those conflicts in order to be able to really fully express yourself, getting over those obstacles and knowing that there are going to be conflict with others. We're not going to always see eye to eye with everything. It helps us to be maybe perhaps a more authentic version of ourselves, right? But the most important thing is to maintain your integrity, right? Even if you don't believe what others may be believing, and that may cause some type of conflict in you or with these others. But it's okay not to be fully in agreement with everybody else, right? It's okay to have your own authentic point of view. Now the next card is the Empress, and it's so funny because we just had Ash Wednesday, and I was watching some videos on the carnival and the Venetian mask. So this is what this reminds me of, that Venetian mask. It's kind of like she's hidden but not hidden. The gold leaves the wheat that she's holding in her hands. She is the epitome of the fertility that is expressed on the earth, right? Her spirit animals are like the rabbit and the deer, and those are gentle animals yet very tenacious, right? Very abundant. That's what it expresses, that abundance. And she's a strong woman and stands in her own power, which is beautiful, right? So that really takes us from the Five of Air, is getting through some of these difficulties and conflicts to be able to stand in our own power and know that there is the potential and the infinite possibility that things are going to manifest. So the next thing to come along is Messenger of Fire. So here we have the Page of Fire. This is fire, is the suit of wands, and it's about bringing intentions into manifestation. So here we have the thoughts, right? Then the potential infinite energy of it, and then the manifestation of it. So a messenger is still, kind of learning the ropes, right? They're not all proficient, but they've got some things under their belt, and they're growing, right? They're growing and making themselves more aware. So it says it's a determination that you have for a new adventure, innovation, and independent creative action. So beautiful. So the expression of the Empress, which is the fertility and the creativity, are now expressed in the Messenger of Fire. So I have a couple of affirmations that Colette Baron Reed uses. This is called the Good Tarot, and she has 3 affirmations that go with this card, which I love. It says, I have an unstoppable spirit and can co-create all that I desire. Surrounded by spirit, illumined by the wisdom that rises up within me, I set forth on a path to innovate. And I trust in my vision and act accordingly. remaining true to what I most value and desire, which can manifest in many forms. So beautiful. Love that. So now let's go forward. What are we doing after this equinox and as we go into the energies of Aries next month into April? And we have, I love it, the winged Pegasus, the winged victory represented in the Ace of Air. So this is like that winning idea, right? You've gone from being conflicted to having that primordial soup of the creative license to inspire you into action, which then creates even greater, right? Even greater ideas and possibilities. So it's about how the destiny and fate work together, right? And that there's powerful, really transformative energies and like in a synchronicity coming forward. And that everything's happening really quickly because look at this. I mean, she's like flying through the air. Look at all the energy that her hooves are, like she's just, galloping, like flying through the air, galloping. So after it's funny because we have the Ace of Air and now the Two of Air, so the Two of Swords. So it kind of there seems that something takes even though this is rushing you forward, there's a balance, right? There's a balance to say, okay, we want you to be flying free, but we also want you to be in a peaceful state of mind. In other words, don't let expectations get the best of you is what I'm hearing. Even though we are anticipating, we don't have to expect. Anticipation gives you that sense of excitement and wonder and awe. When we go into expectations, that's when we are wanting a certain outcome. So they want you to be excited and anticipating, but without having a set outcome. Right? And that's so hard for us to do, but this is what these energies are telling us. And when we are able to do that, I love that we now have the twin flame partner to the Empress, which is the Emperor. And here is the person who is rooted in authority and stability. Maybe time to look for that loan or ask for something, assistance from an established institution of some type. Maybe maybe it's we're coming on the time of graduation. Maybe you're going to be graduating and getting that degree in your hand, right? And being able to prosper from it, right? And bring it forward. And let me see if she has some affirmations for us for the Emperor. It just says that when we that we are able to listen to some good advice, right? You know what? I think that we need one more card as I do this reading. So I'm just going to, wow. Okay, here we go. Actually, we got two. What did we get? So now we have a little bit more balance here. We have the fire, we have the air. Now we're going to have the earth, right? 7 of earth and 10 of earth. So there is somewhat of a little bit of a waiting period. It looks like he's still kind of like dreaming. I love this symbol of the Celtic goddess, right? And how, but when we do that, look at this couple's, here is her totem animal, which is the wolf, right? Being protective over her and protective of her treasure. So this person is going to actually help us protect what we have, right? The 10 of earth is the epitome of abundance. So here we have all of the earth signs. The Empress, the Emperor are going to help us in really manifesting and this time really coming through with our prosperity, right? And being able to maintain it. How many times have we maybe made money or had good things happen to us, but we just couldn't make it last. We couldn't convert it, right? We had to just, we spent through it. That's why some of these people who win these lotteries, they spend all the money and then they have nothing, or they're in greater debt. So this is about using that wisely, using that money wisely and stepping forward into a more grounded, and this is probably where the Taurus energy comes into play as a balance to the Uranus energy. Now I get it. This air energy is that Uranus energy, and the earth, the pentacles, the empress, the emperor, which are very earthy energies, are that grounding, that Taurus, which is about money and beauty and just overall stability. Right? They're very stable. They don't like to change that much. They don't like the change. That's why we're getting this conflict of flying, but not too fast. Right? All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this reading for this spring equinox now here in March. And if you would like to have your own personalized reading, please follow the links below. We've got my website, akashicinspirations.com, my email, akashicinspirations at gmail.com, and of course you can reach me through Messenger on Facebook and here on YouTube. Facebook is facebook.com/Akashic Inspirations. And I am wishing you great love, victory, and lots of abundance and prosperity for this time. Namaste.